I was so pissed off with this installer yesterday. I called this installer. What is 2 times 12 AWG? He said it is 2.5 mm square. I just told him I'm disappointed. I just called the call. Hear my reason. What happened is that we supplied this wire to this client at a site yesterday. We supplied 4 mm square. This was written on it 2 times 12 AWG. Could you imagine that this installer told the client that we supplied 2.5 mm? Now you see, the client started doubting our credibility. Please, if you're an installer, I apologize, but if you must be in this industry, you have to keep learning. We stop learning when we leave this earth. Even me, I am learning. Please keep learning. And again, I don't know why some installers, why do they condemn materials that other people provide? They tend to condemn the material when they were not the one that provided the materials. They tend to please the clients. I don't know. But if you must talk about the material that was provided by your client, please ensure that you are very truthful. Ensure that you know what you are doing. Ensure you know your onions in this industry before you do that. So this brings us to what? Cable sizing and what? Measurement. Even as a client, you know, the sizes of wire comes in what they call AWG. But in Nigeria, we know it as what? Mm square. Right. AWG means what? American wire gauge. This is a standard unit of measurement of wire, measuring the diameter of electrical wire. That is why it's measured in what? AWG. Now, this client, find out why I said I was disappointed, because this is the least an installer should know. Look at the measurement. 2 times 14 AWG is what? 2.5 mm square. Then 2 times 12 AWG is what? 4 mm square. What happened is that we supplied this wire to this client at a site yesterday. We supplied 4 mm square. This was written on it 2 times 12 AWG. Could you imagine that this installer told the client that we supplied 2.5 mm? Now you see, the client started doubting our credibility, our integrity. And this is the thing that pissed me off, because we do all our best. We can lose money to maintain our integrity than to gain money and lose our integrity. Instead of us to lie to you, to tell you this is this, why it is not that, please, it's better you carry your money and go. That was why I was so pissed off with the installer, because the installer misinformed the client, and the client believed. His client now said, how come you supply 2.5 mm when I paid you for 4 mm square? I told the client, snap the wire, let me see the specification, and it was 2 times 12 AGW that this installer in quote said it was 2.5 mm. Now let's continue. You have 10 AGW. This one we have what? 8 AWG. Sorry, we have 6 AWG. Please, I'm sorry about that. So this 10 is what? 6 mm square. 8 AWG is what? 10 mm square. 6 AWG is what? 16 mm square. Please, dear clients, most of the wire that will come to you might come in AWG. It might not come in the usual mm square. So try to know all of this so that you will not be cheated or you will not be confused by this so-called installer. Right. So these two here means what? 2 conductors. Positive what? And negative. So if you see 2 on your wire, 2 times the AWG, it means that it has 2 conductors inside. So this is the actual wire that you are meant to use. Why do you need to know the cable sizing? Cable sizing is very, very paramount, very, very important when it comes to solar installation. If you did not size your cable very well, number one, it can result to what? Fire outbreak. This is the major cause of fire outbreak in solar installation. I will tell my customer, instead of me to go under, I will go above. Instead of me to size my cable under, I will size ago. Instead, it will cost you more money. Close your eyes and do it for that time, and you are off. Remember that this cable sizing, distance also affects it. Distance also affects. Imagine if you are installing on a carport which is far from your house, definitely distance will affect it. Then you need to increase what your cable sizing. Another effect of if you did not size your cable very well is that it can damage your battery. It can damage your what? Battery. And number 3, it causes what? System inefficiency. Your system might not charge well. You'll be wondering, you have so and so number of panels up there, but your battery does not always full. It might be from your cable. It might be from your cable. It might be fake cable. It might be that your cable was not sized properly. Now, what are the current range of this cable? For instance, these are the ranges. Please make your research. And remember, I said distance could also affect it. So it might not really be a standard. So for this 2.5 mm, you have. So for this 2.5 mm, you have 15 amps to 20 amps, right? For this 4 mm, the current range, this is current, right? The current range is what? 20 amps to what? 25 amps. For this 6 mm, you can have 30 amps to 40 amps, right? For this 10 mm, you can have 40 amps to what? 55 amps. For this 16 mm, you can have 55 amps to what? 75 amps. So these are very, very important to note when sizing your cable for solar installation. You know the kind of current that will come from your panel, whether you are connecting in series or in parallel. Remember, if it is in series, current remains the same, so current is low. If it's in parallel, current multiply. I think I've done that in our previous video. So you are going to note it to be able to determine the appropriate size of cable to use when doing your installation. Then another thing, dear installer, if you are not the one that provided the materials for job, go and do your job. That was how we provided a 15 kilowatt hour lithium battery of C-Watt to Enugu, to one of our customers. Because the installer was not the one that provided the material, he tried to condemn the C-Watt of all people. No, C-Watt of all people. I asked the client, was this installer involved in anywhere maybe providing material? Did he ever write quotation for you? He said yes. I said, no wonder, I know where it's coming from. Don't worry, relax. Use this battery. Whatever happens, guarantee covers it. We will take care of it.